everyone, I am Dhara Sharma. Welcome back to our channel. In the ongoing video series of programming in C++, we have started the concept of inheritance, in which up till now we have seen the basics of inheritance, and in my previous video we have discussed about the first type of inheritance, which is single inheritance. And now in this video we are going to understand the another type of inheritance, which is multi-level inheritance. So in this video we are going to understand what is multi-level inheritance. We will see syntax of multi-level inheritance, the concept of multi-level inheritance, and after that we will see example of multi-level inheritance. So let's start by getting the term multi-level inheritance. Okay, we know that the inheritance means the properties are inherited from one class to another class. From which class the properties are getting inherited is known as base class, and into which class the properties are getting inherited is known as derived class. In my previous video we have discussed about single inheritance, in which we have seen there should be only two classes, one is base class and the other is derived class. So the properties are derived in a derived class only from one base class, that is known as single inheritance. Here in multi-level inheritance we will see the inheritance in multiple levels. Okay, so minimum we will require three classes. We can have three or more than three classes, because if we take two classes then it will be considered as a single inheritance. So in multi-level inheritance we will show the levels, how the inheritance will be performed in levels. So in multi-level inheritance the properties are inherited into derived class from the base class. After that, in turn again the properties are inherited into the another derived class from that particular base class. So here you can see there are three classes, class A, class B and class C. So the properties from class A will be inherited into class B, and again the properties from class B will be inherited into class C. So here class A is the main base class, class B is an intermediate base class where properties from A class will be inherited. Again the properties of B class will be inherited into C class, so that C class is a derived class. So here C class will be having the properties of class A, class B and class C itself. So now we will understand this concept with the help of program. So now let's see the program for multi-level inheritance. As we have discussed earlier that in multi-level inheritance there are multiple levels in which the properties are inherited, means the properties are inherited from one class to the other class. Then again in turn that base class will be having the properties of another base class. So there are three levels. Okay, we can have multiple levels, we can have multiple classes, but for the sake of simplicity here we are going to take only three classes. Okay, when there are two classes that will be single level inheritance. For multi-level inheritance we need minimum three classes, or more than three classes we can have. So first of all, to understand the concept we will start by getting with the program. So first of all I am going to add here header file #include iostream.h for input output functions. After that conio.h. So as we have discussed we will need three classes. Okay, so first of all we will see how we can write the syntax for multi-level inheritance. So first of all I am taking here class A, suppose. Okay, the main base class. After that I am taking the derived class in which the properties are going to be inherited from the A class. So A will be the base class. So as we have discussed in my previous video that for inheritance we need to declare a derived class, after that colon, then access mode. For which kind of inheritance we are going to use, that we need to specify here. So for the sake of simplicity here we are going to take public inheritance. Okay, so I am writing here access mode public, after that A. Okay, again Here I am going to take the third class, which will be the class C. Again colon, and as we have seen in the structure that properties from A class will be inherited into B, and the properties from B class will be inherited into C. So here I need to write public B. So the properties will be inherited from B class to C class. So you can get the concept that the properties from A class will be inherited into B class. So B class is already having now the properties of its own, and as well as the properties of A class, and whenever the class B is inherited into class C, it will be having the properties of both A and B as well as of its own. So class C is having the properties of class A, B and C. So with the help of the object of class C, we can access the properties of all the three classes. Okay, so now after that, here I am going to take one variable in protected mode. I have already discussed why I am taking here protected mode in my previous video. Okay, so here I am going to take suppose integer A, and in public mode I am defining one function here, suppose void get A, for entering the value of A variable. So here I'll write the message first, that enter A. After that, in cin, the user will enter the value of A. Now in class B, again here in a protected mode, I am taking another variable integer B, which is of class B. And in public mode, I am taking the function void get B for getting the value of B variable. So again I'll write the message enter B. And in cin, user will enter the value of B. Now in class C, in public mode, here I am creating a function void sum, in which I'll add variable A and variable B. So variable A is of class A, variable B is of class B, and I am accessing both the variables of both the classes into the C class. Okay, so here you can understand how we can access the all the properties of base classes into the derived class C. Okay, so I am writing here cout sum is equals to A plus B. I can access here the variable A and B as of these variables are part of class C, because they are considered as a part of class C, as they have already been inherited from the base class to the derived class. So now after this main function, we will write first of all clr scr clear screen for clearing the output screen, get ch, and in between here we will take the object of C class. So I am taking here C obj. Okay, because the properties of A and B class are already there in C class, and C class is having its own properties. So C class is having the properties of all the three class. So with the help of object of class C, I can access the properties of all the classes. So here I have taken the object of C class. Now with this object, I'll call the function defining A class. So first of all, I'll call obj.getA. After that, obj.getB. So here I am accessing the function of class B with the help of object of class C. In now the last function, which is already defined in class C, obj.sum. So here you can see that with object of class C, I'm accessing the function get A, which is defined in class A. Again, I'm accessing the function get B, which is defined in class B. And I'm accessing the function sum, which is already defined in class C, which is of class C itself. Okay, so now we will run the code and we'll see the output. So first of all, we'll enter the value of A, suppose 4, value of B, suppose 5. So here you can get the sum of both the variables. Okay, so I hope you get the clear idea how we can write a program for multi-level inheritance. Here you can add 4 or 5 or 6 or as many number of classes you require. You just have to declare an object of the least derived class, and with the help of that you can access the properties of all the base classes. So let's see some important questions related to multi-level inheritance. So what is multi-level inheritance? What is the syntax of multi-level inheritance? How many minimum number of classes are required in multi-level inheritance? Where multi-level inheritance is used? And write a simple program using the concept of multi-level inheritance. If you have any query regarding this video, you can comment us. If you like the video, please like and share and subscribe our channel for more interesting videos like this. I'll see you soon with my next video. Till then, stay tuned, take care, have a nice day.